Hey guys, welcome to Nerdarchy, for nerds by nerds. I'm Nerdarchy Ted, and today I'm joined by
Nerdarchy Dave.
Nathan Nerdark.
And today we're diving into the Thundercats. This time we're going to D&Dize Mumm-Ra
The Ever Living.
Jump down to the description below where you can sign up for Nerdarchy the newsletter, get weekly gaming tips, as well as learn how to game with Nerdarchy.
Now, I think this one came in on Facebook from Adam. Hopefully, I'm remembering correctly.
if not, well, somebody sent it to us.
Yeah, but there was a request for us to D&Dize Mumm-Ra from the Thundercats.
The Ever Living.
Now, this is not our very first D&Dizing of something from the Thundercats universe. We've actually done the Sword of Omens. I will try and put that in one of the cards so you guys can go check that out. There's also an article on nerdarchy.com.
So I don't know if you two would take a look at our Speedster video. That might be Chitara.
Well, it could be. I think. Well, that might be even faster than Chitara. But so here we go. Mumm-Ra, he's kind of like an undead guy.
I very much think he's an undead guy.
He's totally a mummy, up until he like kind of like hulks out and becomes buff.
Well, you know, it's one of those things like, you know, is he a mummy? Is he a lich?
He's the first barbarian lich.
Yeah, he's definitely got that, you know, that frail frame going on during the regular stuff before he hulks out, as you would say.
Well, yeah, so let's start there. Do we think he's a lich or do we think he's a mummy?
Well, lich is prone to be spellcasters. Mummies, they got some spells, but nowhere near as much as liches. So, is he a lich? Is he a mummy? Is he a hybrid? You know.
How much did he like fire? Mummies don't do well with fire, right?
Mummies do not do well with fire. I still kind of feel like he did. Well, Mumm-Ra did have some vulnerabilities, like based around the Sword of Omen. But you know, I don't know. I kind of feel like he's a mummy.
So some kind of mummy lord. Now, he never was destroyed and then came back to life, right?
He's always driven off in the
Well, oh yeah, that's right. It's
80s,
cartoon stuff.
80s cartoon style, like, you know, like the second that things start to sway bad for the bad guys, they just flee.
Well, yeah, because otherwise they've got to be killed or captured.
Right. Well, there's probably a couple times where they was thought to be destroyed and stuff like that. But that always got, you know, it's very comic booky like that as well.
Buried under rubble, but
But so, are we going to agree that he's probably a mummy?
Let's go. Yeah, mummy
we can
lord.
go with Mummy Lord.
All right. So he's a mummy lord. All right. So I want to throw out that I think he's actually a barbarian.
All right. Let's hear the evidence of barbarianism.
Okay. Well, when he does the whole like ancient spirits of evil, blah blah blah, you know, and he kind of like hulks out and totally like gets rid of all the wrappings and he's totally jacked, and he does a lot of physical fighting.
So this is totem raging, is what you're saying?
I think so. And
I think that transformation is a little bit more than I'm going to do +2 to damage, my friend.
He's a 20th level barbarian. Like you can do +4 at that point. I think it's +6.
Well, I have to say that my memories of him, he definitely does that a lot. I'm trying to remember, like...
Dude, he's got that tattoo, like, on his chest. Come on, man.
Yeah, but maybe those are just, like, maybe he's just doing a transformation spell.
He's got a big chest pasty.
So, you know, I could say he's definitely, you know, some kind of spellcaster. As I said, you know, the mummy is not going to give him a whole lot of spells, but he definitely is into the spells.
Yeah, you know, at first I was thinking maybe kind of like some kind of sorcerer. But after I thought about it more and more, you think about it, like he kind of like does this pray thing before he kind of goes into like Mumm-Ra the Ever Living, right? So that makes me kind of think warlock, and he doesn't cast a lot of spells, and he's like, dude, he's like eldritch blasting every round, pow, 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 and he's like button mashing it. That's all he's really got. You know, he almost has to like do like really elaborate rituals and stuff to do anything more. So I kind of feel like he's a barbarian warlock
With the ritualist? Perhaps.
But well, you know, he could be pack of the tome.
All right.
Because he doesn't have a familiar. He does have a sword, but I don't know that I would call him a blade lock. And the fact that he's a barbarian, he could wield a sword anyway, so it could just be a magic sword. And you know, I'd probably go pack of the tome.
So barbarian warlock. What are we looking at as a split?
Oh, yeah, he's like 20th level and 20th level or something.
I don't think he's quite that powerful.
Well,
Wait a minute. Have you seen the death battle between He-Man and Lion-O? That like if you use their math and their logic, he would have to be like 40th level to even be able to take on Lion-O.
Okay.
And he takes on the whole team pretty much.
Yeah, and he has to fight. He has to fight all the Thundercats except for when Lion-O has his moments or whatever. It's 80s logic. Let's face it. So I would say like he's maxed out in at least one of those, and he's got more levels. He's like, whenever you do these guys, they're like superheroes.
That's true.
Yeah, and for the Hulk, we bumped him past 20th.
Like and like you're gonna have to fly and stuff, dude. Like you could even go if you go Totem Barbarian and like you take the higher level Eagle, like that would be his flight and stuff.
That's true.
So yeah, I think it would work. I mean, he's definitely resistant to damage, and like even if we're saying he's a mummy lord and he's vulnerable to fire, when he rages, that would negate his vulnerability to fire if you take Bear Totem at 3rd level.
That's true.
That would be good. So what kind of background are we looking at for him?
Hermit.
Yeah.
Listen, ancient secrets.
Oh, yeah.
He literally like prays to those ancient secrets before he does the.
Now here's the real question. What's his race?
I thought Mummy was his race, to be honest with you.
But before he was a mummy, what was he?
Well, I think listen, especially in 5th edition, right? Once you go from being the player's handbook to the monster manual, you don't really need a race anymore. You don't get anything from it.
It's basically flavor text at that point.
It is. It
All
is.
Right, so we have a mummy. That's a hermit.
Mummy Lord.
That's got the 20 levels of barbarian and 20 levels of warlock.
Ish.
Just plopped on top.
So you think there's any like feats or anything like that he has to have? Like, can we give him a monologuing feat or something?
Well, yeah, that could be like leadership.
What about rat? Yeah, that is good. I like that. He gets leadership and that's how he monologues. Is there any like mummy rap weaving or anything like that?
I don't think there's anything for that, but we could give him tough. Definitely represent all those extra hit points that he's going to have in order to deal with that kind of team.
And I also feel like if you reflavor a lot of spells, it kind of does like the things that he does. Like there's been times where his cape or his mummy wrappings come out and attack people. So like that could be like Ever's Black Tentacles and Arms of Hodor and stuff like that.
Thorn Whip, as simple as that.
Yeah. So you could definitely.
He's not a druid.
Yeah. Well,
Tome of the Pact or Pact of the Tome. We'd actually give him Thorn Whip.
That's true.
When I take that, I always take Thorn Whip just because it's so cool.
It's a good spell.
So yeah, so I think that pretty much sums it up. And also, like, great, he can have a really good armor class if he's a barbarian as well, because he doesn't wear any armor. He just wears that funky headdress.
That's true.
Bandages +5.
Yeah. So I think that pretty much sums up Mumm-Ra. You guys have anything you want to add?
No, I think that's really good.
I think that's a nice little epic villain to throw in there somewhere.
So I don't know. How would you guys make Mumm-Ra in 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons? Let us know in the comments below while you're at it. Like, share, and subscribe.
You can patronize us in a good way over on Patreon.
Or you can follow us on Instagram.
So until next time,
Stay nerdy.